Good morning, friends. Out and about here this morning. Wanted to show you a little bit of activity going on our farm this morning. Over here we've got Jacob going by, full-time employee of ours, getting ready to go feed some cattle. Right down in front of me, we got a group in this morning out of Georgia. It's a little further than we normally go for cattle. But I just unloaded them off the truck. When we first get cattle into the feed yard, we've got fresh water and a bunk full of hay ready for them to eat. And these guys explored their pen a little bit to see where they're at, and then they're going to go up, fill their bellies up with hay, drink water, and then they're going to take a nap the rest of the morning. Tomorrow, and usually we give them a day of rest, and the following day we'll bring them into our barn and give them vaccinations and a tag and dewormer and get them ready to get on to feeding and enjoying the comforts of a new home. Off in the distance over there you'll see another pen of cattle that have been here. This is their normal feeding time, and you can tell they're used to it because they're hungry. They're all running up to the bunk. We have some cool weather. This is the first morning I think we've had no wind in a long time where I can do a live feed without the sound of wind whistling in our ears. These guys are all going up to the bunk real nice. When they walk up to the bunk, we're also watching to see if there might be a lame one in there that would need to come out, and so far the movement looks really good. I'll go back through them later to make sure we don't have anyone that might be catching a pneumonia bug or something and need an antibiotic to help get over it. They look really good from here though. Another group of cattle that's been here a little while is down there eating their breakfast. The rest of the cattle are just kind of milling about, getting ready for breakfast, and the sun is just coming up here. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning here in northeast Nebraska. I got a few cattle over here looking at me, wondering what I'm doing. This cold weather definitely brings on the appetite for cattle, and everybody looks like they're ready. You can hear a little activity in the background. I'll kind of just let you enjoy the scenery here. Again, it's a beautiful day here in Nebraska. Crisp morning, but no wind. I think we're all grateful for that. A lot of farmers in the area have corn going down because of the strong winds, which is heartbreaking after a long season of planting and nurturing and growing a crop, and then to have in the last final days of harvest have wind trying to knock it off into the ground. And you can see that feed truck there finishing dispensing that feed. So these cattle, when they arrive, you know, first they get that bunk full of hay, and then they're gradually fed a ration that has a roughage in it, similar to hay or corn stalks, and it will increase with energy by adding products like corn. And so on our farm we have different corn products. We have over in the far bay there's a corn ethanol product called Synergy that comes from ADM. That makes about half the diet of the corn the whole time they're here. And then back here where you see that white plastic and tires, we've got earlage. That's the ear of corn with the husk and the cob all ground up and piled underneath all of that plastic to preserve it. And to the right of that pile we have corn silage, which is the whole stalk and ear. And those are also forms of roughage that help the cattle thrive, do well, keep that rumen active. And here comes the sun. Yeah, see, they see me over here, so when they see activity, people, and feed trucks, they know that breakfast is coming. And so they're letting us know that. You'll see those metal windbreaks there. That's for the upcoming winter months. Those cattle are on the north or the south side of our feed yard, but the winds from the north, northwest will hit those a little harder than those that have trees. And so we built these windbreaks so that they have a place to go out of the wind when Nebraska gives us her fiery, well, fiery probably isn't a word for cold blizzards. But they can definitely be cold and nasty when we get that wind and snow. And so that gives them some protection. There's cement there that we can put bedding on. And you'll see one pen there has a pile of manure in it. We scrape up, we get a pen empty, we scrape up the manure in there, dry it out, and put it in piles, and then we're going to haul it out. We'll put it on piles outside the pen, and then we'll have area farmers that will pick that up and take it to their fields after the row crops are off, apply that fertilizer for next year's crop. Good source of nitrogen. And now you can see the feed truck feeding another pen of cattle there, all lined up at the bunk. Well, folks, that's what's going on this morning. It's getting a little noisy as breakfast nears for more cattle. Hope you all have a really good day. Bye for now.